Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of 5-Minute Gaming News, the show that may or may not be a little liquefied today. We just got done filming a little Patreon thing, and it was about cooking, but all we did was make alcohol, and honestly, got some mulled wine in here. Mulled wine? I've been drinking a lot of it, so this should be fun. Today in the news, sometimes the memes just write themselves. Yesterday, we talked about how Sony had patented a new AI that, in theory, would change the way we play games. A helpful assistant that can teach the player how to overcome the tougher parts of video games. If you get stuck or need some help, you can pop this bad boy on and it'll teach you based on your playstyle how to overcome it. Well, the Dark Lords of Chaos over at EA clearly saw there was some good to be derived from AI and thought, how can we instantly abuse that? And a day later, we have this story. EA patents system that generates in-game content and ads based on your playstyle. Would you expect anything less? The persona-driven dynamic content framework patent, which already sounds evil, essentially describes and ascribes a player a persona based on how they play. The personas include explorer, competitor, collector, support, combatant, lead or tank, commander, and completionist. What's interesting is that the gameplay styles can be tracked across multiple games, not just one. Now, in theory, this could be awesome. It could change the game based on how you play. If you're like me and you dodge roll a bunch, it could make it so your dodge rolls are more effective, or your dodge rolls are less effective, thus teaching you how to play probably the right way. Or maybe it increases the loot or decreases the loot, or maybe the difficulty of enemies or puzzle difficulty, or there's a million ways it could change the game as you play, which is fascinating and potentially super awesome. The less enticing option, according to the article on TechSpot, is for information to be used in what looks a lot like targeted advertising. Maybe a bullet hell or a Souls-like title for someone who keeps diving headlong into tough battles, for example. Or perhaps it'll suggest buying a specific item or piece of DLC based on your persona. Which sadly, based on past evidence, I think is how EA would use something like this. I don't see them doing it for good, that's for sure. Thankfully, not a lot of patents actually make it out of the idea phase, so hopefully this one won't make it that far. And maybe like another company will come along and do something good with this idea, which there is some good there, but it can be used for so much evil. Speaking of evil, let's talk YouTube and Twitch. Last week, a few of the stars of the Twitch streaming scene, Lilypichu and Myth, joined the ranks of Twitch partners dropping from the platform and moving to YouTube as their exclusive streaming home. The best part is when asked why, they didn't do that thing streamers do all the time where they try to hide their immense wealth and pretend like it's just a really good opportunity. Lilypichu just said financial stability, change of space. If I'm gonna fall off, I might as well fall off on YouTube where I get paid. Myth said he got an amount that would have been stupid to turn down. And honestly, those are some good ass answers. But I'm not here to talk about their reasonings. I'm here to talk about YouTube and what the hell they're trying to do. So I get why people who are at the top tier of Twitch would move to YouTube if given a lot of money. YouTube has stupid money, and they're using it to try and compete. The part of the article over at the Washington Post that got me was when Myth said YouTube actually seemed invested in them, that they cared about them as creators. And that is where I was like, hold up. They care about you because you're an investment. They paid for you to leave a platform and bring your audience with them, and they're hoping that audience generates them income, and they're gonna make money off of you. They care because you're a top streamer that they sniped from a competitor. As a person who's been doing this for 12 years now, trust me when I say I've seen when YouTube cares and I've seen when YouTube doesn't care. And at the end of the day, it all comes down to what can you do for them. It is as Hollywood as it can possibly be. If you fall off, like they were saying, YouTube's not going to show up and be like, how can we help? Are you all right? Trust me on that. And don't even get me started on YouTube's big plan. The idea that you're going to bring talent from Twitch and then bring their audience, and then the hope, let's be honest, this is what their hope is every time they do this, their hope is that that audience will stay around the platform. They're going to stay on YouTube. That Twitch audience that likes watching streams will somehow be like, I want to see what other streamers are on YouTube. That's not going to happen. They're going to immediately go back to Twitch. There is more than enough evidence of that. It's happened before with Facebook and Mixer and all of those people who went went to those platforms. Ninja's audience, for example, when he went to Mixer, they went to go watch Ninja, then went back to Twitch, which is why Mixer doesn't exist anymore. All these wannabe streaming platforms are paying millions and millions to take Twitch streamers from Twitch, never understanding they're falling into a trap. All these companies so desperately want to compete with Twitch at that higher level of streaming that rather than grow a community of their own and take the time to make that happen and the whole bleed purple thing and all of that stuff, they're just trying to co-opt Twitch, bring it over, and steal as much as they can. It's just like when DC tried to make Justice League happen before it could naturally happen so they could compete on the Avengers level with Marvel. It's exactly what it's like. And those movies turned out crap. And that's what this is. You're getting crap. I said it before, and I'll say it again. To all my streamers out there, you make your bank. You take whatever money you can get. These companies don't give a shit about you, so don't give a shit about them. Take that money. To the companies, to YouTube. Instead of trying to become a streaming platform, continue to become a better video platform. While you're out there trying to create YouTube gaming, I'm over here trying to upload a 5-minute gaming video, and the damn thing takes 40 minutes to process and check. And why does it take so long? How is it possible it takes that long? That's crazy to me. You have all this money and the YouTube function of YouTube doesn't function. Meanwhile, you're like, yo, let's make this a streaming platform. Meanwhile, Twitch trying to do the same thing. Twitch is like, we have VODs now and we're going to have clips and things. What a pain in the ass that is. Just make it a better streaming platform. Make my streams not have lag. Make it easier to stream. Give me more things that make the streaming interaction better rather than just hey, we're a video platform now. No, you're not. You're a streaming platform. I hate when everyone tries to be everything instead of just being good at one thing. And it's insane. It's insane. Speaking of insane, I did this whole video while multiple drinks in. But more importantly, head on over to youtube.com/coxclips where you can watch the VODs from Twitch in video form on YouTube, which is how it should always be done. And it blows my mind that we have to have this conversation. But whatever. I'll see y'all tomorrow with another episode of 5-Minute Gaming News.